The Miami air was thick with heat, luxury, and anticipation, the kind of electric atmosphere only an event like the Miami Grand Prix could create. Celebrities flooded the paddock, engines roared in the distance, and cameras flashed non-stop. But behind all the glamour, a deeply emotional moment was unfolding, one that would leave fans stunned and spark intense speculation across social media. At the center of it all was Kim Kardashian. She arrived looking flawless, dressed in a sleek, figure-hugging outfit that turned heads instantly. Confident. Composed. Radiant. By her side, at least at first, was the man everyone had been talking about, Lewis Hamilton. The rumors linking the two had been gaining traction for weeks. Quiet dinners. Private flights. Subtle social media hints. Nothing confirmed, but nothing denied either. To fans, this wasn't just a casual pairing, it was power, influence, and star energy colliding. But everything shifted in a moment no one saw coming. The moment that changed everything. As Lewis made his way through the paddock, cameras followed his every move. That's when he spotted someone familiar, someone from his past, someone iconic in her own right, Serena Williams. Their reunion didn't look staged. It looked real. Warm smiles. Laughter. A lingering hug that lasted just a little too long. The kind of moment that doesn't just pass, it means something. Fans nearby immediately sensed the energy shift. Phones went up. Whispers spread. And then, all eyes turned to Kim. Kim's reaction. Caught in real time. At first, Kim tried to hold it together. She smiled politely, clapped lightly, even nodded as if everything was fine. But those closest to her noticed the change immediately. The stillness. The forced expression. The way her eyes stayed locked on Lewis and Serena just a second too long. Then came the breaking point. Kim quietly stepped away from the crowd, heading toward a more private area. But it didn't take long for the emotion to catch up with her. Witnesses claimed she was visibly shaken, her composure slipping as tears began to fall. Not dramatic. Not performative. Real. A moment of vulnerability that no one expected from someone so used to controlling the spotlight. Why this hit so hard? To understand Kim's reaction, you have to look deeper than the surface. This wasn't just about a hug. This was about timing, uncertainty, and emotions that may have been stronger than anyone realized. Kim and Lewis had reportedly grown close in recent weeks. Their connection, though private, felt meaningful. And in a world where trust is fragile and everything is magnified, seeing him share such a natural, intimate moment with someone like Serena may have triggered something deeper. Because Serena isn't just anyone. She's history. She's legacy. She's someone who already shared a chapter with Lewis long before Kim entered the picture. And sometimes, it's not the past itself that hurts. It's realizing it might still matter. The internet explodes. Within minutes, clips of the interaction began circulating online. Did you see Kim's face? That hug looked personal, something is going on. Fans flooded comment sections with theories. Some defended Kim, praising her for being human in a moment like that. Others questioned Lewis's intentions, wondering if he had been fully honest about his past. And then there were those who couldn't ignore the tension. A possible love triangle, playing out in one of the most public places imaginable. What happened next? Lewis eventually made his way back toward Kim, but by then, the energy had changed. Sources say the conversation between them was brief. Quiet. Serious. No smiles. No laughter. Just tension. Serena, meanwhile, kept her distance afterward, fully aware of the spotlight and the speculation that was building. And Kim? She didn't return to the main paddock. A relationship on the edge. What does this mean for Kim and Lewis? Right now, no one knows for sure. Was this a misunderstanding? A moment blown out of proportion? Or was it a glimpse into something unresolved, something that could shake the foundation of whatever Kim and Lewis were building? One thing is certain. Moments like this don't just disappear. They linger. They replay. They raise questions that demand answers. Final thoughts. In a place built on speed, precision, and control, emotions took over. Kim Kardashian, a woman known for her strength, her brand, and her ability to stay composed under pressure, found herself in a moment she couldn't script. Lewis Hamilton, focused, elite, always in control, may have unknowingly stepped into a situation far more complicated than a race weekend. And Serena Williams, a legend in her own right, became the unexpected center of a moment that has everyone talking. The race may have ended. But the story? It's just getting started. The Miami sun was setting in a blaze of gold and pink over the electric atmosphere of the Miami Grand Prix, but what unfolded off the track would become the real headline of the night. Fans had come for speed, spectacle, and the roar of engines, but what they got instead was an emotional storm involving three of the world's biggest names, Kim Kardashian, Lewis Hamilton, and Serena Williams. A glamorous arrival. With hidden tension. Kim Kardashian arrived in signature fashion, stunning, poised, and radiating confidence. Cameras followed her every move as she stepped into the paddock, dressed in a sleek, race-inspired outfit that instantly went viral. Being linked romantically to Lewis Hamilton had already put her at the center of attention, and tonight, all eyes were on her. But behind that flawless exterior, insiders would later claim, something felt off. Lewis Hamilton, preparing mentally for one of the most high-profile races of the season, had kept a relatively low profile throughout the day. While fans expected a public show of support between the rumored couple, the interactions between Kim and Lewis were distant. Polite. Almost rehearsed. And then, everything changed. The moment that stopped everything. As the race weekend buzz intensified, Lewis was spotted in a private VIP section, laughing, relaxed, and completely at ease, with Serena Williams. At first, it seemed harmless. After all, Serena and Lewis have shared a long-standing friendship, built on mutual respect as elite athletes. But what caught everyone's attention wasn't just their presence together, it was the energy. They were close. Very close. Laughing. Whispering. Sharing a moment that felt personal. Phones came out. Videos started circulating. And within minutes, social media erupted. Wait, is that Serena with Lewis? Where's Kim?